taking him away.
Listen, that's not going to happen. You can't take them away. They're part of me. And second,
Do we need to
I
take them
will
away
not take them
beforehand?
unless we need to. But
Just
no promises
saying.
beyond that.
Just don't. He might
Don't.
say mean things, but still don't.
Don't make Saigar come over there and fix you up, Morgaine. Do you guys wait the full 10 minutes before going in?
Yes.
Yes.
And again, I heard weapons drawn, yeah?
No,
Morgaine
not weapons
does
drawn.
not have
So weapons
anything
are ready,
drawn.
which is
But-
not drawn.
Ready.
On the
Okay.
defense, and Kyvius is going in with detect magic.
Okay.
Morgaine's
Go ahead
the
and give me an
reverse of
Arcana
that.
check. Morgaine,
Alrighty.
super chill.
Yeah, he's going in trusting.
Okay. It's
I'd like
very...
to trail the group and stealth him so he doesn't see me come in.
Roll
Oh,
stealth.
boy.
So I don't
Award?
nat one this again.
Did that not work? Where's my Arcana roll?
Oh, disregard that, guys. Sorry.
Saigar's invisible.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Where was that a roll ago?
I know.
Yeah, Saigar, you vanish, my man. There's a back entry into the building as well that only is on the opposite side of the street. Do you want to go in and kind of come in from the other angle? Did you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
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 Sorry,
I
I
think he's
can't seem
thinking.
to make an Arcana roll for some reason.
But if it's a choice of entrance, Morgaine's going through the front door.
Yeah, this was just mostly for Ash. If you can just stealth
Yeah.
around, he can
Okay.
come from the opposite side of the building as well if you would like.
Sorry, just making sure.
No, I
That's
like
all
it.
right. I'll go in with the group, but he just can't tell him in there.
Oh, thank you for informing me.
Want to make sure he knocks so we know we're coming.
Right behind Morgaine and just hiding behind him.
Any
He rolled 34 stealth. He's right behind Eerie, man.
He is hiding as Erie's personal wind.
I was just
when-
checking to make sure my sheet worked.
Yeah,
Yeah, when
well,
you guys-
my sheet's not working, but I rolled a 32 for my Arcana
Thank
roll.
you so much. Wow. When you all step into the building, it is very, very dimly lit. You can make out the again, very handsome shape of Maestro with his dazzling green attire standing in the middle of the room. And he turns to all of you, big smile. You can see that he's standing in this big giant sigil on the ground, of course, that Kyvius, you recognize immediately. I'm going to go ahead and shoot you a message of what the ritual actually is. But he says, so, how can I be of service?
Well, in the interest of time, I assume that you already know why we're here.
I can't say that I rightly do.
Hey, yeah. Sorry.
Well, we think from Arxis, your older teacher, that you might have some information that may be useful to us from some of your past projects or something.
Well, time is money. What precise information would you like to broker in today? We need to beat around the bush. We are completely confidential here, I promise you.
Fair enough.
How far away are you?
How far away am I?
Probably not too far. This is a good safety measure, though.
He grins and says, I actually barely finished this before I had to scamper a few buildings over.
Okay. I respect it, you know. You'd think I was a fucking idiot if I didn't check first anyway. That'd be insulting to you.
I can tell I'm not dealing with some rank amateurs then. Again, how can I be of help?
Well, we heard that you worked on some tunnels underneath High Hill.
I was involved, yes.
Could you happen to still have any kind of blueprints to those kind of tunnels or any kind of information of how to get through them?
It was all destroyed in the creation, unfortunately.
Creation.
When we built the tunnels, it wasn't by hand, mind you.
Oh. Really?
Not at all.
Excavation rituals?
He doesn't respond to this, just waits.
Fair.
Even so, if they're still destroyed, did you not have any plans to how they would be laid out? Say if someone were to, I don't know, want to undestroy it.
It's not complicated to find the entrance. Opening the doors is a little trickier than that. And I'll be more than happy to guide you through that. But is that precisely your question, as you're seeking to break into the vaults beneath Highhelm?
Basically, yeah.
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 You are
that-
actually the second person to request that in the last 24 hours.
Who was
Oh.
like confidential? We can't really. You won't tell us that one.
One of our long-term clients. I don't think anyone you would know.
Oh, fuck.
3-letter word.
No. Elderly man.
Elderly man. Oh wait! Oh my!
Oh,
God.
no
Oh
fucking
my God.
way.
Those
No
fucking
way.
Those civilians were serious? They're just regular people.
Wait, who are
Crazy
you talking
bastards.
about?
Well, no, wait. I was thinking of when we first came to Iron Gas. There was
I guess
people,
yeah.
the old people who heckled us, and we're like, we gotta go back to High Home and take back our money.
Oh, he said elderly man. I thought old man.
I thought, who?
Old man.
You're both right.
Uh,
It's like Ocean's 11 retirement team.
we might have different purposes. There's a lot of stuff down there.
We're
What?
just more looking for a safe access down there with little trouble and maybe cause as little disruption as possible.
I would be more than happy to give you directions to the actual vaults. What is in it for us?
That's a fair question.
What are the forms of trade you usually use?
Well, for the time being, Residium, contacts. Honestly, after you've helped us here, less than 24 hours ago, it's, most everything we could have possibly wanted has been resolved for the moment.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
Well, we do have. You do know of us, so you can contact us whenever you can, and believe we may have opportunities in the future where your services could be of a very much appreciated.
I would be delighted to be of service. Anything else?
Technically,
Yes. I have a relic from the Feywild, unique and potentially powerful, and I probably couldn't find it around here anywhere else.
oh yeah, that's a
That
good
I would
point.
be willing to trade for said information, and I would hold out the figurine of wondrous power.
He takes a silent step forward, gives it a look, says, I'm interested. In exchange for how to get into the vault, this is what you offered in trade?
Erie, is that what I'm offering in trade?
And of course, your complete cooperation and confidentiality that we have ever spoke of this. Which, of course, I'd assume you'd already include.
Of course. Leave the figurine on the barrel over there. I will be back for it presently. And when you get to the subterranean tunnels, which are partially submerged with water, you will see a design on the roof that appears to be an owl with a single cyclopean eye. When you get to this waterway, stay to the shadows. Do not let the light touch you.
Huh.
Cyclops owl, stay to the shadows.
Don't let the
No light.
blight. Was it blight, he said?
Light.
Don't let the light touch you.
Light touch you.
Have you collected on the offer I made in our trade from the vault? The coin? The writ?
Not yet.
Hurry.
I appreciate the information. And from outside, you can hear a young voice shout, "The king is dead! Perished in his sleep! Princess presumed captured by exiled archmage! 1 golden crown for the news of the century!"
Seems awfully expensive for news.
More like, yeah, hurry. If you want a lift, we can give you a lift.
Yeah, you might want to take that soon.
In addition, the door behind you is bumped off its hinges as a warforged trundles in to stand directly behind Morgana. And Maestro says, "No, I appreciate the information. Leave the artifact, let's say inside the barrel as opposed to on top of it. Was there anything else for now?"
Don't think so.
Mm,
I would go and I'd leave the artifact.
No, I think we're on a kind of tight schedule.
I bet.
yeah, I can't think of nothing.
It's been a pleasure as always.
Oh! I don't know if this is something necessarily in trade, but a long time back there was these ruins of a Titan's Gate that the Bonds Mages tried to excavate and sort of exploded. Do you know where those are located?
He smiles and says, exploded is such a tricky word. I prefer to think of it as resealed until we have such opportunity to return back to it.
Oh, okay. Got it. So that would require trade. Got it. A little more confidential.
The dangers of this world are not going to be subsiding even if the Ka was to send their armies northward now with the king perished. Not while the Wendigo are roaming the northern mountains, coming to these lands looking for travelers who are weak from starvation. Not while there's sea serpents as large as the trench itself. We're not always going to be so lucky to assume that every ageless is going to be something harmless, like a giant scapha scared of its own shadow, or maybe an ageless Cerothian beetle that'll run headlong into a wall and kill itself. The nations might someday be in balance, but power never really is. We're happy to have the Bonds Mages always be the fulcrum to which that concept revolves.
You guys have always served yourselves, I understand. Not in an insulting way. I respect that. I meant.
He gives a little bow.
Oh.
Well, you know how to contact me.
We do.
Yeah.
Thank you for your help.
And the illusionary image of this mage just vanishes.
As he's saying it, I say later Bonds Mage,
Just letting him know that you could have
You were
snuck on.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saigar's little fuck
Pretty
you.
much.
I love that so much.
Letting him know we were onto him in all three ways.
The only way that could have been creepier is Saigar tracked down his actual body and just like in the rafter.
God.
Bye.
We know your ritual. We know where you are. We also snuck up on you. God,
Am I correct in
that's
assuming 3 hours at the start of the game that you guys head out?
Yes, please.
Hooray!
Go.
2 hours. Thank you very much.
2 hours.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
we got
actually
plenty
hit
of time then.
perfectly to land on break.
Your exact midway point.
Time to scroll down through 500 maps.
Do you think we get time for a quick break?
Absolutely, we do.
Take us to our doom.
See you guys in 5.
I guess the robot friend's stuck behind.
He did.
To tie up loose ends, I'm gonna ask him to guard the other factories, and if anyone tries messing with him, hit him.
I dig it. Okay.
I love more games advice. Oh, also, I can't dress in darker colors. Look at Warren.
Yeah, no, we know.
He's already blessed. Stop trying to double down.
Yeah.
Well, he could dye his hair black, get a
That's
good
true.
little like flip over the one eye.
You could like.
You could like paint your halo black.
That's what I
and-
was gonna say.
And wear like a single black angel wing. I'll see you guys in 5.
All right.
I want you to look me in the eye and tell me Maple Story Editor doesn't have goth hair.
Or black
Oh my
angel
God.
wings.
Yeah.
I think it has multiple pairs of black angel wings. Oh, I'm gonna get a snack.
Same.
I don't really know what possessed me to do this. I just grabbed a tortilla.
Oh,
Just
I've done that before.
the tortilla.
Yeah, see,
done
the
that.
webcam.
I've done that with spinach tortillas though, because they're delicious.
Oh, that sounds good. This is fine, I guess. I was gonna make a little wrap, but then I realized I don't have any sliced anything, so tortilla it is.
Did you just have a burrito?
That's not important.
Carbs go through you quick.
So does Taco Bell.
So I started building the Lego B-Wing, and I didn't realize how big this fucking thing is. So this is just the size of the one wing on this thing.
My God, that's gonna be crazy to build. Oh, we can see your stuff now.
Yeah, I had to reconnect. You can take us on a virtual tour of the Lego room.
Nope, it's a massive disaster.
That's exactly what we want to see.
Oh no, it's bad.
I'm glad you chose to tag along, Hugh. I was feeling kind of bad that everyone was getting scenes.
I felt bad because you asked, but I was trying to be like stealthy about it.
Yeah. No, I'm into that.
You
I
were
was
just gonna just be there.
I was
mean-
like, you know.
Glad wouldn't want to outwardly show interest in any of Warren's exploits.
That's why Warren didn't know if he could invite him.
Hmm. But no one else was doing anything interesting.
That's fair.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Hello, traveler.
Hello.
Potion seller.
God,
Ash.
I really am excited to get to bring Iron Guest people because that means we have all these people who can do cool shit.
Plus, there's that Javi scene that I'm just waiting for.
Oh my, yes, please. I want Arxis to stand there and witness this.
I just want to see Javi teleport himself away when he's like, Arxis come up behind him. He's like, you know what? Gone now.
F plus.
Oh, that would be the most Warhammer. Like, D-. Javi sheds a tear.
You got the city there, but it's all in pieces.
Oh my god.
Hello,
Actually,
Ash.
just straight F,
Hello.
you forgot to show your work.
Oh my god. I don't know if we're gonna have to like end this game session early tonight to have a weird stopping point or what's gonna happen. So we're just gonna go. Some of you will recall that I was gonna do a skill challenge upon your arrival back to Highhelm. I've decided we're not going to do that because, first of all, you're going to fucking succeed. What's the goddamn point? The second of all, we don't have time. I want to get to some actual lore. I'm fucking done talking about the Raven Queen. She's finished this campaign. She's gone.
I wanted to play a permadeath character for the
No,
campaign.
I got it. Yeah,
I
you've
needed to
enabled
turn it on.
permadeath mode. I'm with
Thank
you.
you.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate it.
Warren wasn't challenged enough by his stats being stripped away. He wanted to play. He wanted to turn on hard mode.
He's going
Yeah.
for the hardcore achievement run.
Yeah, absolutely. Iron Man mode enabled.
So, real quick, upon your return to Highhelm, do you guys make your way here basically during the chaos? Is that the idea for the heist, or is it after?
You'd
I
be near the
think-
tail end of it, right?
If-
I
if
think I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure we said after,
Okay.
although I could be mistaken.
well,
There
there's
was some timing things with transporting
Yeah.
the people of Iron Ghast.
yeah, there was basically we were kind of offered like one of the two, where if we go during, there'll be a lot of Highhelm people.
Yup.
But we won't
Mixed-
have to deal with
Mixed in
fandom.
with the Granite Guards, yeah.
Yeah, but if we go after, we will have to face all Caw ringed and those are sort of our options. Of course, the difficulty of like, hey, the Caw or having to face against actual High Helm guards creates its own set of challenges.
Okay.
So I was just telling them what the choices were. I don't know what we're picking.
If the characters know about them, Morgane would do number 2.
Okay. So you guys do in fact arrive a little bit like as the city is vanishing to sort of get in during the confusion. And there's going to be some information that I want to express to you if the majority of people succeed at a skill challenge. But again, I have no doubt that will be the case. So really, this is an opportunity for you each to tell me sort of how you contribute to the infiltration of High Helm as the city is overtaken by magic. You've been here. I've been Galadriel, you've been here before a couple times in the past. I guess once in the past. But it's memorable as hell as like Saigar begins to lead you once more back into sort of the sewers and tunnels beneath the city. How you all collectively contribute to the stealthing through the madness and chaos as the city guard is on high alert.
Oh fuck! I'll do mine first. This one. Warren was trained for this his whole life. This has been one of the things in his mind forever. So he just especially now that the Owl Hood is covering some of his weaknesses, spends time just sort of already with his knowledge of High Helm's military, starts trying to memorize and understand the movements of troops and who is going where, and constantly looking through Corona to see who would count as like minions, who is weaker and not as threatening. And just trying to get an overall sense of how well guarded this is to give us those moments where we can slip by gaps.
I love that. Extraordinarily so. But go ahead and give me the warfare check.
I haven't gotten to roll this in a while.
It's been a while.
Gotta botch it.
Is that a hard six? No, that's okay. Yeah, cool. Just hits the hard.
Exactly hard success.
In addition to this, of course, Warren leading you through the troop movements, knowing exactly kind of when you can crack some skulls together and when it's better to sort of stick to the shadows. One of the things that you do recognize immediately, Warren, is that a lot of the Granite Guards, and some of them you do recognize, you know, people that you've met on the road. Morgane, before all of this, there are some. I mean, you would spend some time in kind of the seediest taverns the city had to offer, and you would spend time with some of these men, you know, struggling for work, and you remember many a body tune and the clink of overfull mugs back in better times. One of the Granite Guards, Kyvius, that like warns like, you know, like let's stay away here, is actually a woman who had brought you a bag full of gold on behalf of the king when your parents died. Basically offered to find you shelter, not knowing that your plans were already in motion to travel south. And a lot of these things, because the city is erupting in chaos simultaneously, a lot of these people that you see, these dangerous Granite Guards, are all ones who like vanish as the city does itself. And many of the others have raced towards the prison that has now erupted as the crumbling walls have let like dangerous criminals into the city itself. Many of them too are vanishing to travel to Dokus Ur, which you now realize probably means something that you haven't been thinking about. But also, many of the Granite Guard are also deep in conflict there as well. But yeah, fantastic.
Who did you say was vanishing to Dokus Ur?
A lot of the criminals from the actual prison itself who are not.
Yeah.
The very, very dangerous murderers and thieves and what have you. And also, again, many of the Granite Guard who were fighting them in that same time frame as well.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Back to F minus.
Just throwing it out there because I don't think it wasn't thought of. So this is the city's in the process of being teleported, but we don't feel any of the effects of that, right? Even though we're not Caw ringed.
Because we weren't
before either.
Targeted by yeah.
So remember the first time we were running through the city, things were disappearing around us, but we weren't.
Okay.
So you already alluded to a Steel, but I would imagine at this point in time, Saigar has been spending most of his life in High Helm. and knows vantage points, areas to get through, like sneaky place to get through. So I would like to be able to guide the group, even though there's already much of chaos. Like in addition to that, I'm able to expertly navigate the areas to make sure the group is unnoticed even less.
Absolutely. That's a streetwise check, would you say?
I was gonna say either a stealth, but I mean streetwise could work too.
I would say, yeah, streetwise or survival, either one for that one. Probably leaning more towards streetwise, I would argue.
Survival. The dungeoneering?
Dungeoneering would work in this case too, absolutely.
And like I don't know what survival is. Is that nature?
I'm
That's
so sorry.
nature.
Yeah, nature would also work. I like streetwise or dungeoneering in this case. Dungeoneering especially.
Dungeoneering's more of this game's survival.
Oh, see.
Oof.
I was gonna be in. That's okay. It was DC 13 because it was an easy one on that very obscure use of the skill. Yeah, wholeheartedly. In addition to that success, you know that you're going to be able to basically avoid the vast majority of conflict. As much as Warren might want to like fight through an army, you know that these pathways are going to deprive him of that, and sort of get to the heart of the Rune Keep as you travel through like the complex winding sewers beneath the city that Maestro had told you the Bonds Mages had built so long ago.
The way that Kyvius contributes is when we are on the edge, when Warren and Saigar are leading us through the city as we are passing through particularly dangerous areas, or perhaps there's an area that we have to sneak around or be a little extra cautious. Kyvius would start to pull up some of the obscuration that he has done before, shrouding an alleyway in slight darkness so that we could move more easily past without being seen, or kind of a gust of cold air brushing by a guard so he turns the other direction and we kind of sort of scamper across. Just kind of using his abilities to shroud and distract anyone who could potentially get in our way.
Give me that Arcana check.
Let's see if this is working now. No, it is not. All right, back to rolling.
Sorry, man.
That's
I'm wondering
weird.
if it's because I'm on Firefox, because I had something weird happening, so I might have to switch over to Chrome.
Especially if there's a combat.
Yeah, that would be a real problem.
Genji, I would ever hate to say this, but
that's
like,
a full blown fail. So
Microsoft Edge is really not that bad. It's actually really good.
Really?
Ooh.
Microsoft Edge?
It's actually more lightweight and runs better than Chrome does.
That's a big bite that we'll have to chew on after, I think.
I'm serious.
No,
There's
no,
a
he's
one in
talking
front.
about
Are we
the
talking
one.
about the crit fail, or are we talking about Edge?
A little of both.
Yeah, that hurts.
Kyvius, as you sort of begin to sort of weave your enchantment throughout the city, one of the things that you had sort of forgotten about was in the Noble District, there were Bonds Mages who were actually preventing Saigar's family estate from vanishing. And even now, it looks like there are Bonds Mages in the employ of the people who are still remaining in the Rune's Keep. So whenever you cast magic, immediately you find that there are like these apprentice little mages on your position using like different rituals to try to like track you down further. And regrettably, you are of no help there.
Eerie. Would I be able to use my own knowledge of Javi's transposition ritual to help figure out which buildings and people and where are going to start vanishing first to help plot a route so that they won't be vanishing in front of us while we're behind them?
Oh yeah,
That's
100%.
cool. And I hear Javi's voice in the background. Well, that's my life's work.
What would you like me to roll?
Oh, I think that's probably on Arcana, yeah?
Probably, yeah.
But it's a hard Arcana check. It's DC 25, Eerie. You'll never make it.
Got him.
Yeah.
Got him. Yeah.
I don't know why I...
Because you didn't ask me to make an attack roll.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, that's why.
His life's work is kind of child's play to you. I mean, you've already mastered this stuff. The big thing that you get a kind of an interesting takeaway from is that the manner in which the rune keep seems to be protected by those same bronze mages that I mentioned to Kyvius, it very, very clearly seems like there are several groups of them that are congregated upon the various towers and parapets around the rune keep, creating rituals that prevent all of Javi's magic. It feels like they are weaving counter enchantments specifically against transposition and teleportation and what have you. And that is a bad sign for your getaway plans in general.
We should keep that in mind.
Oh, don't worry, it'll stop once Saigar shoots their hands off, remember?
And then for Morgane and Galadriel, as you guys sort of step into what has been described to you by Eerie as kind of the final waterways, I don't know if you guys can scroll all the way to the right here, where you can kind of maybe see your tokens on the map.
Yeah.
All black for me.
All black for
Same.
me as well.
Hooray!
Zoom out. It's actually, I think.
Oh, there it goes.
No, they know.
They're being warded against transposition.
Yay!
And
There's,
teleportation.
there's new dynamic lighting, and I hate it.
I need to
and
do
What
the-
he said is, it's that the rune keep is warded against like teleportation and transposition magic, transport magic.
Got it.
Moving stuff.
yeah, fucking Chrome is working. Alright, gonna switch it out here.
Dark for me still.
So we're in
Okay.
the sewer system right now, or are we still above ground?
You have left the sewer system, and you have sort of moved into these waterways directly beneath the rune keep. And it's bizarre that there is like a couple of inches of water here, but this is also indicating to you that this must be the place that Meister had spoken of.
Okay,
So
that's
we've
better for me
gone
now.
past the Cyclops owl already.
You are able to look up and sort of see it actually reflected on a bit of roof here, not too far from now.
Okay.
Well, I guess because because we've just entered in this area, and it makes it look like this is a tunnel. Is that correct to assume?
You can move forward and take a better look if you would like to.
That 4 inches, if that, the little smidgen of sight. This is gonna take a while, guys.
Yeah, you. Oh no, do you have to move like square by square?
No, but okay, look at how much vision Morgane gets.
Oh, it's not good.
Oh yeah, jeez.
Real bad.
So
And
No!
at the end of the tunnel, there is in fact a soldier there who is waiting for you, and he is dressed in like a strapping white wife beater, shirtless, got some good red suspenders. He appears to be a tiefling, good thick horns. Warren, you know this man to be Leon Sinclair. And
Yes.
as the group of you approach, a hand goes to his sword where he's been put on guard, and he says, "No further, Mista, or you can kiss your kista. Hasta la vista."
Oh my god.
Who is this magnificent creature?
I should grab it.
Warren, you may need to run now.
He's seen me!
I think I got this. And does he well, first off, continuity, does Morgane even know this person?
I don't think so.
Okay, then never mind. Warren, who is this?
Okay, soldier, future. Got him.
Oh,
Wait, this guy looks familiar.
One of
that's
ours?
the point.
Yes.
He beats the shit out of Ward in the future.
That's not fair!
oh, then he has
Oh
to be saved.
right.
Um,
Yeah, that's
Oh.
right. Yeah. Fuck.
So
Hey,
we can't
friend.
do anything to him that'll prevent him from leaving then.
Wait.
This
He's
is-
gonna be disappearing.
This was all a
Yeah,
dream.
He can hear us. He's right there.
No, I'm
Yeah.
whispering though. I'm whispering.
Okay, I'm walking towards him now.
could just park your britches right there and don't make a move, big man. You might think you're quick on the draw, but I'm slicker than owl shit.
And he'll have no weapons drawn and be like, listen, can we just talk for a second? It's chaos up there. We're just coming down here, looking for some cover. Clearly a guard would protect those in need, right?
He cracks his knuckles and said, I warned you. I will have you on your knees so fast you think you've discovered religion. I will spread your body out like cold supper.
And Morgane's is during this entire conversation, he's not stopping walking forward.
Okay. Would you like to make a skill check for me of some type?
Well, when he gets in 5 feet, I would like to make a punch in the gut check.
Just
Yeah.
He's
straight
very
up.
strong.
So he's going. It's like obviously non-lethal, but he's going for like an incapacitative kidney shot.
Cool. Yeah, I'll take a
Shot.
athletics or a strength check. Strength would be better.
Strength?
Yeah.
Do you
He's
want the
gonna
mod
kill it,
plus level?
Morgane.
Or just
yeah,
straight?
absolutely. Yeah. Go
Okay.
ahead and roll your strength off the sheet itself. Oh my god. Yeah. You take a step forward, and so does he. And he goes, "You're the one about the nerdy elf with the wooden sword, and the flying boy ladybug, and the creep who got stomped down, and BAM! Right in the gut." And he falls to his knees and collapses against the wall here, breathing heavily. He goes, "Oh, when it comes to cheap shots, that one ranks just above an ageless ass."
In like 3 days, I will say I'm sorry. And you'd be like, okay, we can go now.
And you all
As we walk by, I look at him and say, "Good to meet you, Leon. I'll be seeing you in the future." And we
Steel, does he recognize me?
he does not.
No, he doesn't. He hasn't seen us yet.
he hasn't
will.
met us yet.
Yeah.
And as you continue on down the stairs, you can sort of hear the sound of the sort of ritual hitting him as well. And the last words of this man as he slumps down there and like barely able to stand is, "Oh well, that just stills my pickle," as he also vanishes.
Warren, not tonight, but at some point we're gonna have to hear how you know that guy.
It's an embarrassing story.
He
Very
seems
embarrassing.
oddly familiar to me too.
Oh my god.
Oh, because Galad watched Warren get his ass kicked.
There was some fake crossing.
Right.
Let's keep going.
Yeah. Don't need to talk about what just happened.
I think when we get here and we don't want the light to touch us, Glad might use his powers of trying to see where things will go next to, like, if the light's flickering this way, like, stick to those shadows.
Oh,
Does that
I
make
like
sense?
that. Yeah. I like it flavored as like as they start taking a step forward, like Kyvius almost puts a foot like into the very strict radius of the actual light itself. You manage to sort of like predict this and grab him and sort of see the negative outcome that occurs as the armies would come barreling down into this place immediately.
So wait, is this the area with the owl on the ceiling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I missed the owl. So, is this square safe but not this square then?
It's hard-
It's not precise on
It's
the
not
actual
preci-
map itself.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah, we're
It's
just.
Galad's skill check to determine if he can help guide us to avoid the light.
Yeah.
To
What would I-
like,
what would I
or
roll for
correct
that?
any mistakes.
I don't know, Galad. What would you say Arcana, perhaps? I don't know if you're trained in that skill or not. That would make perfect sense in this particular case.
Well, the argument that Yuri made earlier about history was also neat to me, if we wanted to work it into time stuff.
Ooh, I like that too.
We'll roll with history then.
Yeah. the flickers of the actual candlelight there is so predictable to you, even in its rampant chaos. I imagine that fucking 31. Galadriel's knowledge of the cycle of what was and what will be. I guess I don't need this guy anymore. He can just.
Holy shit!
That guy was big.
And you all begin sort of like stealthily sneak down through these tunnels, with Galadriel like guiding your way against this strange ritual that's down here.
You were right. We did succeed on the skill check. Thanks,
Yeah.
Steel.
No problem, buddy.
I don't like when you say things like that. I get scared. That guy had a big health bar.
He looked like Astaroth from Soul Calibur.
Yeah, he was going.
There's the splish splash sound. I love how Yuri just goes diagonal because he can.
Imagine having to walk.
Yeah.
What's the stairs?
When you get to the very end of the hall, you realize the path actually branches, where there is a set of long stairwell that would sort of lead up to the top of the parapets, and then at the base here is a large, heavy, locked stone.
He didn't
Right. This
really-
was the.
Did he say anything about this?
This is probably the right way.
Yeah, well, the part where it was difficult to get through.
I can try my magic.
How about we try more subtler touch first?
I guess.
Have you been holding out on us, Morgaine? Are
No,
you some
no,
sort of-
you've seen it, Galad.
Oh, the smashy kind of magic.
Well, yeah, I don't like saying smashy, but you know, yeah.
It's very blunt.
So you rolled an 18 previously, but it is in fact a DC 20 to break down a door, like a solid stone one. Even for Morgaine, that would be rough.
Is there like a
Well-
keyhole in the door?
There is not. It is completely sealed from the other side.
Is there a tiny crack underneath the bottom?
Yeah, there's probably like 2 millimeters.
Yeah, that would be enough.
He thought about it.
No, I was thinking if I could see through and cast a duplicate through there to see into the room.
Oh,
Hmm.
maybe. I don't know how spells. Was.
Fucking Cass.
Thanks, Kaz. I don't know if that's how magic works. Can you just try to cast it on the other side?
I guess probably. Yeah. Give me an Arcana check.
No.
Ouch.
Even for your talent theory, regrettably no.
Morgaine
by a
is
door.
patiently waiting at the side for his magic friends to finish their work.
To be honest, I didn't bring anything for this.
This was a heist, wasn't it?
Eerie,
Yeah.
can you? No, that won't work. Can you?
Yeah,
I
but
can hold doors shut, not open them.
Can you shrink a person?
We
I don't
tried
think
this.
we want to try that, Cavius. I think we had some unfavorable results last time we tried anything like this.
We can help Morgaine when he goes to break down the door with some of our. It'll just be loud.
I mean, you're going to laugh at my suggestions. I'm just not going to suggest.
I'm no.
Does it
No,
involve
no,
arrows?
no, you tell
No,
us
yeah,
what
please.
you're gonna do
Please,
with your
Tiger, yes,
arrow
yes.
to solve this.
Oh, question. Does the door have hinges?
It does.
Oh.
Are they on our side or the other side?
They're on the other side.
Okay, they're smart.
Were you going to lockpick them?
Oh, you just knock the hinges out, the door falls
Hi.
over.
high helm engineers have historically been bad at making
we
fortresses.
can slip down the side to.
Is the door... okay, so wait. Detect magic. Is the door magical?
Roll your Arcana check.
I'm trying this again. $21.
It is not, but the room beyond radiates like an unbelievable, almost mentally blinding level of brilliant arcane.
So, Kyvius, you know that it's not magical on the other side. The door is not magical, right?
The door is
It's just
not
stone.
magical.
I did. I say this with a kind of heaviness. I did give up my firstborn child, apparently, for the skeleton key. Shall we try using this on this door?
Well, we could, but there's no keyhole. What if...
Wait, is there no keyhole?
That's what,
Is there a lock of
I
any
thought
kind?
Steele said there was no...
If somebody wants to spend a hero point, I may have misspoke. There could have been a hero. There might have been a keyhole. I had forgotten.
That's the hero point. I mean,
Okay. No, yeah, actually, you do in fact see one that would probably fit.
Also, Warren says, there's footsteps in the water, so hurry.
all right. So I'm going
Go,
to
go.
use the skeleton key on the lock.
You
Come
pull
on,
out
Feywild bullshit.
this beautiful, elegant skeleton key, and lift it up and try to put it in the lock. And as you do so, it like moves away from your hand a little bit and goes, "Hey, the fuck you think you're doing?"
You didn't
Listen.
ask first?
Listen, Mr. Skeleton Key. We all need your help to get through this door. This is your purpose. Your purpose for existing.
Bruh, don't just label all skeleton keys the exact same way. My purpose is getting laid!
Beautiful, beautiful female keys on the other side of that door. Quick, in!
Listen, the keyhole looks so inviting, doesn't it? I'm trying to get you laid, bro.
Dude, this door is old as fuck!
And experienced.
Experience.
Well
You know
done,
they say
yeah,
about-
well done, Glenn.
You know they say about older women.
Can you go ahead and roll a diplomacy check for me?
Me?
Oh
Oh,
my god.
fuck.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
This is
Please.
for the love of God.
Whoa!
Hey.
Nice
Ooh.
roll!
Wow.
Alright, don't push it, man. I don't perform well under pressure. Alright. Fine. Just get me in there, bro.
So I gingerly insert the skeleton key into the keyhole. I slowly
yeah.
guide it in.
A little dusty, but that's alright. Now turn me, bro.
So I turn the key.
Nah, turn me harder, bro.
Give it a hard yank.
And there's a satisfying clink and an as the door does indeed slide inward.
I'll never.
Well, thank you, Mr. Key.
I'll never be able to use keys again.
Guys, footsteps, water.
Steele, that link, I was told to show that to you by Saucy.
By Saucy?
By Saucy.
No!
Yep. Yep, Saucy is in chat.
Good.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Wait,
Saucy.
which cat?
Okay. All right, let's just
Oh
go.
God,
Let's just
Saucy.
go.
Come on, go.
Through the door.
The room beyond defies your immediate expectation. The ground beneath you is sheer, almost like glass, and the walls are about it's a good about 30-40 feet up in this almost temple-like room. And from as far as you can tell, the icy ground itself is growing a massive tree that the tree itself appears to be crystalline in nature. There are flowers all around it as well that also each individual part of them seems that they have been forged from colored crystal. And at the base of the tree is this enormous Foundling stone, but it's not the only one. This large 15-foot tall stone, same as sort of the one that you saw when you were at the apex of Epitaph, is not the only one because the room is filled with them. They line the walls,
Wow.
and they have basically formed almost like lanterns along that give out just this constant ephemeral light. And the room itself feels like a holy place. And the fact that it is unguarded fills you with deep concern as the footsteps get closer.
Oh, I will turn around the door and just snap my fingers, cast hold portal.
That's a good one. Does that require an Arcana check?
Yes.
To see how good it's sealed.
So
Pretty
DC
good.
25 to open. So DC
Okay.
25 strength or a person
Okay.
trained in Arcana and that knows it's sealed can
Good to know.
know that too.
Good to know. Steph brought me a sweet roll. I need just a split second here. Oh my god, this is the greatest thing. Like a legitimate Skyrim sweet roll. You're the best, Rosie. It's got walnuts on top. Is that honey too? Okay.
Rosie's the
Thank you,
real
you're
MVP
great.
because no way in hell is Steel TPKing us with a
Yeah,
sweet roll in hand.
if he's got a Skyrim sweet roll, we are not.
Oh
Being
my god,
TPK'd
it's
tonight.
so good too. Oh my god.
Free magic items for everyone.
I check into this crystal.
When you say you check into it,
No, I'm just looking for my free magic items.
So
we're
this-
here. What do we want to do now?
I mean,
Oh. I also wanted to say on the far wall, hanging and chained up, is a sword as well, completely composed out of crystal.
It doesn't
It's
look
the
important though.
Frostmourne.
yeah,
It's
that
the
does, that,
Frostmourne.
it's probably not important or anything.
Oh, I got this. Okay, I need to go take this up. I'll be in the Brave Lands conquering the world with a undead army.
I was gonna say it's Frostmourne.
Guess we need to find whichever. Like, I didn't expect there to be so many.
Okay, yeah, this
a
is going to sound a
tree.
little ignorant, but which one is the Foundling Stone? I mean,
The tree.
that's,
Hey,
yeah, most likely.
sorry.
Steel, could I?
Well, you're very far away.
I think.
Yeah, my computer crashed. I'm rebooting, but I'm on my Wi-Fi at home, so I'm still listening.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Steel, given my kind of research into this, just from a purely understanding standpoint, from a shady, the folks that deal with the city and the underground, would I have any kind of way to know, or a clue towards what might be it?
You're pretty sure this whole thing is all it.
Like it's all an extension of.
Mhm.
Of the Foundling Stone itself. Right, we were told this is huge and massive.
Yes. I think we were thinking like a single large stone, and instead it's really just kind of. I mean,
It's a
that's
bowl.
pretty
We
large
heard
stone.
it was a room. We didn't
Yeah.
expect it to be a room.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Warren, you're the only one that's tried to commune with the Foundling Stone.
It
Do
also
you have
didn't
any
go very.
insights here?
It
Oh,
also
sorry,
didn't go very
he's
well
on.
last time.
Yeah, so this one's weird because from Javi we know that this stone holds spirit supposedly of Ashtung the First. But I don't know much about him. I don't think. Hey, Glad, do you know anything about that guy?
Would
About
I know?
Yolis Ashtung the First.
Should I make a history check?
Both of you can, yeah.
I will.
Can I?
whenever
Because I am trained in history.
Me too.
Absolutely, both of you.
High fives.
The lad, you have no idea, because unfortunately... Wait, hang on. Yeah, you have no idea, because unfortunately you have, again, come from the Feywild. It wasn't in kind of your curriculum as some dumb human king. An eerie, sort of same general problem. Most of the stories about the first Ashtongue king have been completely overshadowed by the stories of the second and third and fourth.
Makes sense.
Wait, I'm trying to get in so I can roll.
Steel could probably
Um,
access your sheet and roll for you.
I could, but he'd get mad.
Ah,
Okay.
I'll do. I guess I'll. Like we know there's those two things, but like other than the crystals and the sword, is there any markings or ruins? High Helm sort of sometimes will almost engrave like stories or even significant symbols within the walls. He's sort of looking for any clues from that.
I think that's a great statement as well. But go ahead and give me like a perception check. No, you know what? Insight, actually. You strongly sense that there is something watching you. There is a presence, almost serpentine in nature, that moves back and forth between being a person and then being almost again like a moving creature that shimmers across the stones all around the room, like it's swimming around, sort of in a very predatorial kind of.
predatorial.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Much better.
Welcome back.
All right, cool. Don't know why it just hard crashed on me.
You probably forgot to put your fan on.
I don't have Frankenstein
as
anymore.
as long as it's not his damn video card propped up with cardboard, I'm good. And twist ties.
Let me just open this. Go
How
over
he doesn't work
here.
for Geek Squad after having that type of setup, I don't know.
Nah, I didn't make it either.
What was the DC on that?
On the history check, it's actually 22.
Ah. Well, got it.
Combined,
Combined.
we're a 56.
Captain Planet!
Well, I mean,
No.
this might sound really dumb, but the whole idea was to talk to the stone.
Yeah.
Why don't? I mean, I can't think of a better way to commune with the stone than going up and trying to touch it. And that
Let
might
me ask
sound
the
really
question,
dumb.
I know, but last time it did not react well to Warren. Maybe we should all try it at the same time. Listen, mixture of everything. It's the right balance we're gonna give.
Okay.
Before you have a chance to reply, Kyvius, there is the sound of like a heavy fist hitting the door, and then on the other side, you can hear a rattly, raspy voice say, "They're in there. Get me in."
Okay.
I suggest we all touch it. I'll tell you why. We're all got 7 sins or 6 sins we're all responsible for. It's the balance, all right?
Okay, we need snap decision. Either one person touches it, who's that person, or we're all just gonna slam our hands against it.
Everybody go. Mine as well.
Let's all do it.
Yeah, listen, let's just do as Saigar says. So, boom. We all try to approach the Foundling Stone.
Oh, we're gonna get jumped by that creature in here. Can't wait.
As soon as you all sort of circle around the stone, you can sort of see like 2 glowing red eyes from its heart, and it almost bursts out of the stone towards you. This spiritual creature, and this enormous crystalline dragon just lunges out of the stone itself, and begins to sort of twirl in the sky around you. And you can hear again from outside the door. There is very, very clearly the sound once more of this raspy voice inhaling sharply as if through a ventilator, and then saying, "Use magic then! Separate them! Half on the roof! Trap half in there!"
Could
Fandom. It's
could I
fandom.
fire? I know you're all gonna laugh.
No,
Could I
don't fire
don't
the
shoot
dragon.
it.
Into the keyhole.
Oh,
They're
okay.
not trying to use the keyhole anymore, though.
Yeah, they're just using
bashing
magic.
the door. That's sort of
He's
what
trying to make a sick shot through the keyhole to hit
Yeah.
them, though.
No.
Oh,
Just
go.
to prevent anybody putting a key in the lock. That's all.
I like it. I'm into it. Go ahead and give me an attack roll, or give me a warfare check. That's exactly what that is.
Warfare, really? Can't
Yeah,
you
yeah.
That's a dexterity check.
No, it is to stunt a fucking bullshit power with an arrow. Always
Fine.
warfare.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you fire your 2 shots, and the first one just narrowly hits directly under the keyhole. And your talking key says, "Nah, bro, gotta aim a little higher if you know what I mean." And the second shot is perfect,
God.
and it shows, "Yeah, bro, right in the gash." And your arrow shatters and splinters into the keyhole.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
And there is
I'm so
again,
disturbed by this key.
there is a draconic roar from this this being that has emerged out of this, and it forms words and says, "So loud all the time, so many demands."
Look, we don't have a lot of time to really explain, but we've kind of come here to
give you options.
Save
give you
you.
options. Yeah, to help you, to save you, and to, well, you know kind of what's going on in the world, right? And the Claw wanting to come and destroy all the Foundling Stones, take their power for themselves. And, well, now that, the city is probably going to be under complete Claw control, they're probably coming for you next, and we're hoping to give you an option to get out of that.
So listen, we don't actually want anything from you. We just want to release you.
It roars again and shouts, "You don't even know my name!"
Chris-
What? Well, you haven't introduced yourself.
And it begins to sort of sail and fly around the roof of the building in a really non-cool pixel way. It seems unable to do immediate harm to you, but it also has no desire to listen to what you are saying or hear you out in the slightest.
Did it shout
So-
last time too? With the when its booming voice, is it like shouting, or do we get the sense that that's just its normal talking volume?
You get the impression that it is shouting at you. Yes.
Okay.
Do we think that is the stone or the guardian of it? I mean, it came from the stone, so right? Are we?
Probably the stone.
Listen, I'm not here to. I don't even know what you are, or why you're a dragon guarding the stones of probably the largest collection of will I've ever seen. But I really don't care, to be honest. What we're here for isn't you, and it isn't even for the people outside. It's for the people up there that are getting saved as we talk. Right now, the Caw is destroying everything. That includes everything that was built here. And if you have a legacy, it'll be gone in years, because you are facing someone outside that door that doesn't give a crap about the legacy, but most importantly, they don't give a crap about the people.
Can you roll diplomacy or intimidate for me as this dragon gets real down very close to you, Morgane, and says, "What is this Caw?"
Well,
Also, there is
doing
a
intimidate.
pounding on the door.
They didn't make it. They will soon.
They're going to eventually.
strong 10. Cool.
Strong 10.
Look, we
The Caw-
want an option to keep the people who are loyal to the Ashtung name and to keep the Ashtung legacy alive for those who, and safe from those who wish to destroy everything.
And to answer your question, the Caw are defilers that come from another plane of existence. They take a town's foundling stone, they enslave its inhabitants, and they defile the memory of that town and the foundling stone itself by stealing its power and corrupting it. And they plan on doing that tonight here.
Couple things. The first is that from outside the room, you can hear, again, another raspy voice say, what would he call it? Hang on for a second. Bring the vessel of the sacred one to the apex. And then a moment later adds, continue the spell. I don't care which three. Separate them.
And Warren
And
What is
says,
he talking about?
the bonds mages are chanting outside. They're completing a ritual to teleport half of us away. We're gonna be divided and conquered in a few moments.
Oh, hell no.
We've already been split up once.
How many tapestries do you have, Warren?
I'm assuming
We've
it's
got-
Fandon on the other side.
We've got the one, and I've got one that Galad can't go through. Or he meets
Wait.
a bad end.
How long can you...
to,
Sorry, go ahead.
not to interrupt you, to Morgaine and Eerie specifically, this draconic being again like slithers down, again looking extremely hostile. But there's like a fear in its eyes too that you see for the very first time, and it says, "Destroy how? I will stop them."
No.
Sure, many
sorry.
before you have tried said things of backwards, but they've all been destroyed eventually.
Do you know the continent you're from?
I am from Rios.
Half of Rios is taken in sand by these people. They claim foundling stones as energy. They take what you were and they turn it into destruction. They've discovered a way to destroy without having to face you.
You are my soldiers then. Summon my mount. Summon Veldraxen. We will fight them.
We
What
want to
the
take
fuck?
We want to take you to Veldraxen to flee this place. He lies in waiting for your safety, your kingdom being taken as well.
All
The
that
citizen-
remains here is walls. The people are safe.
Can you roll diplomacy for me on that one?
Me?
Morgaine.
Okay, well, hopefully better than last time.
Yeah.
Ha!
Hey!
Oh, crap!
Oh my god! The voice!
The creature slams down hard next to you, and as it does so, you see that it sort of like its shape changes, and it is like an 8 or a 9-year-old boy, and its eyes are scared now, and it is dressed in kingly robes. And this momentarily ago crystalline dragon looks up at you and says, "If they're safe, then take me to them."
Can I? Okay.
If you let me, I will.
And then it looks down at its hand and says, "Why am I young? I've got a daughter."
There's a lot to explain. But right now, they're outside the door. And you aren't safe, and if you aren't safe, your people aren't safe.
I'll do whatever I need to.
Tell us how to take you with us.
And as this creature opens its mouth, this young child, to speak one more time, you all get the distinct impression of being pulled. Can everybody roll me a d20?
This is not going to be good.
And I'll just put the top 3 and the bottom 3 in 2 separate groups. So we're missing one roll. Okay, so that's Galad, Kyvius, and Morgaine.
Ooh, okay, good. The tapestry.
Decent spread.
Before
Was
even
this-
knowing the result, Morgaine would be on one knee, reaching his hand out to the boy to offer it to him.
I love that. I need just a split second here, guys.
Cool.
Oh Jesus.
The tapestry was in the bag of whole. No. Wait, it can't go in there. It explodes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Do we even have the bag of holding anymore?
Wait, how many? Yeah, we do. How many items are in the bag of holding in case we need a cannon?
Not that many.
Not many, no.
You want to cause
Yeah.
an explosion? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
Just in
so,
case we need to throw the bag of holding and
Uh,
throw the tapestry in it and throw it and make like
It's-
a black hole.
it's
Don't
a
we, like,
joke
un-
use
yeah,
of
we-
the. It's a joke use of the bag of holding, but like in additions, if you turn a bag of holding inside out, its contents are violently expunged out of it. So like there's people that like fill the bag of holding with daggers and then just turn it inside out at their enemy and have a shotgun
course.
blast.
Becomes like a catapult of daggers, basically.
Or shotgun.
Shotgun works too.
Yeah. It's very cheesy. I was making a joke.
Kyvius, Morgaine, and Galadriel, you all feel a pulse of arcane magic as Warren and Saigar and Eerie like make eye contact with you, and then simultaneously, all of them vanish. You can see them sort of being pulled upward through the roof towards the apex of the tower, far, far above. And you, the three of you, have some time. There is no immediate rush, but there is still that continued pounding in the doorway, and you can very, very clearly make out the sounds of 4 individual heavily armed granite guards, probably the royal guard, as it were, slamming against the door. We're going to stop here really quickly, but I wanted to finish off in an important spot. Morgaine, what is it that you were doing before I changed scenes here real fast?
He was sort of holding out his hand to the boy and sort of like saying, he looks at him and says, I promise you, I will protect you. But most importantly, I'll protect our people.
And Kyvius had asked how we can take him with us.
The shape of the young boy, like scared and confused, not really sure. Like there's another pounding at the door, and as this shape like rears back, not really sure whether it's supposed to fight or transform or what, it shifts into the shape of like a large crystalline apple, almost like a seed from this grand tree, and falls to the ground as dragon motifs roar and play around the exterior of these crystalline structures, doing everything it possibly can to scare off the intruders who, when they break down the door not too long after, are unfazed by the noise made by this beast. Warren and Saigar and Eerie, the three of you find yourself pulled immediately out from the room that you were in just a moment ago, and you find yourself on a solid rooftop with no way back down at all. It is completely, there is no staircase, it is completely solid. And just like you had predicted as of this morning, Warren, if you remember from your weather, it is storming outside quite badly now. There is thunder that rolls across the sky, and the rain that beats down is enough that it sort of jars you out of the sensation immediately. And you are completely alone, with the exception of 2 figures. The first clad in full battle regalia on the side of the rooftop, 2-handed greatsword in tow, his armor shifting and moving like the sands themselves, the quicksilver mercurial armor that he wears, like small spikes protrude every so often as if hungry for you to get close. And Warren, you remember last time what a close call it was as soon as you did. And the only other figure upon the roof is a sitting down, half pushed over, is a single Serothian Ka soldier, unmoving.
Oh no! Can I, before things get called, can I spend a hero point?
Yeah.
because this is still High Helm. And we're still connected to the lines where the Foundling Stone is.
Very much so.
I would just have liked to spent it through Warren's arcane knowledge in that moment with the dragon and the boy to
One and the
reach
same.
up towards the sky and say, "Before me stands the one who sold out your kingdom, the one who turned your people to the nation that will kill it. I ask for your aid to stop him, and I'd like to try to access the power within the stone and the residium therein to summon Mordenkainen's sword."
Oh shit. Fuck me. Roll your legacy, please.
Okay.
Please, please, please.
I have to open it. I have reconnected my weapon because I realized that was broken.
Yeah.
Well, I just gave up 2 points of this, so let's find out.
Yeah. Holy shit. Oh my god.
That's a success, right?
Very high. That is a success at a hard DC at level 9, which is 25. Warren, you don't feel anything right away, but from somewhere distant, you can sort of feel like light consolidating as if it's trying to find you. And as the three of you, Irian, Saigar, and Warren, sort of have that moment where, like, of course it's the three of you. Of course it would be Iri and Warren together. And of course it would be Kyvius and Galadriel and Morgaine together. And the figure on the far side of the building takes a step forward and holds a hand out towards, like, the rest of the city that is still just wreckage down below, the very, very little bit of it that's still there. And it says, "In times of war, it is a cruel practice to assault the fields and burn the cities of your enemy if you are forced to retreat, to ensure that despite your opponent's victory, they have won nothing. I did not expect the citizens of High Helm to possess the spine necessary for such acts, to destroy your own homes with magic, to prevent it from ever falling into our hands. Ultimately, however, meaningless. These buildings and keeps mean nothing. The lives of you rebellious equally so." Saigar pulls his bow out. Does anybody respond?
I don't know why you did it. And I don't know your motives. But I sure can't fucking help but respect the goal you had to do it. Unfortunately, you picked the wrong enemies.
This need not come to battle, you know. You know our ways. It is always preferable to surrender rather than to die. Do you stand here with more pointless violence in your heart?
I made a promise. If I die here, or are converted here, I'll never be able to keep my promise with him. And I point to the forest. You're a stepping stone in my way.
That may be so, he says, and then inhales again with that rattly, raspy tone and points towards the Serothian. But he is not. Rise! And there is no response. Nothing happens. And the head of General Fend and the Lord of High Helm, a little concerned, looks back and says, "You can still surrender. The Ka rewards the faithful. I am proof that they elevate us all."
Nah. I had a chance when I was 10. I don't think I'll do it again.
We're gonna stop here. There's gonna be no roll for initiative because this is where we're gonna end it. But a couple of things happen at the very end of the session. The first, Kyvius, Galadriel, and Morgaine, the sound of the door breaking inwards finally does occur as 4 knights with armor that is unlike anything you've ever seen. These granite guards step in. One has a weapon that you have never seen before, but it appears to shoot fire from the tip. One of them has armor that looks like it is like sentient and it just is constantly regenerating all over it. And then one is Shay would have gone crazy for this disgusting blood armor. And one
He
is
looks
almost
sick.
was almost astral in nature, and you can sort of see tethers of light connecting these 4 knights together, as if they are all running off of some kind of ritual that binds them. And as the 3 of them break down the door and immediately just shout out like, "For the glory of High Helm and for the car!" in deep echoing voices. Do you respond?
Those are 2 fucking different things.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
And it happened so quick, Warren, you're not sure if it is a bolt of lightning that like lights up the sky in simultaneous, like perfect coincidence with the light that erupts from your hand. But a moment later, you are holding this beautiful, pristine adamantite blade that looks like it has multiple chips and nicks all down the blade itself, like it is full of story and legend. And it looks like it is made of pure light. And this tower, Morgaine, is probably a fatal fall. But I think this is where we're going to stop today's game session.
Hope he can resist.
Oh, man.
No, I don't want to do it.
Do you?
I don't want to
button.
ruin Steel's
Push.
boss fight.
Do
Push
it, man.
The button here.
Do it!
Push the button.
Do it!
Warren did all these cool things to have this giant face off with a cool sword.
Hey, Scion,
okay,
do the thing. Do the thing, Scion.
Which one?
Clarification. How far? Like, so I'm standing here. Is that the actual distance between me and the apple, or was like the apple like because I was reaching out and he transformed? Did he take like, steps back?
No, that's fair. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. It probably is a couple of
I'm just wondering if it's within distance for him to like pick it up to protect it.
I think the answer is yes, absolutely.
Now, next question, just before, how far off in that direction is the sword?
Which direction?
Well, the sword was back that way, right?
Oh yes, it's probably too far to race over and grab in the middle of the fight here without leaving the battle.
Wait, I thought we're not doing initiative.
We're not. I'm just putting
Prepping.
things on the actual. Yeah.
That's a pretty rough initiative.
Yeah.
God, I don't have my Warren crutch. This sucks.
That's true. Only the 3 up here do.
The apple
Also,
as a
we've
turnover
done-
of 0.
well, we'll see. First time a lair action might be positive.
Maybe.
TPK. Hey, wait, yeah, we don't want
only half.
We don't want to do this combat next time. He had his sweet roll tonight.
Yeah, no, that's
We'll need-
true.
Yeah, we'll have
No,
to
no,
talk
no.
to-
It's fine. It's fine. I sent Rosie a message.
Oh, okay, good. Next week,
Milk and cookies. More
two
milk
sweet
and
rolls.
cookies. Yeah.
You can't rhyme K with K.
Sure you can. It's just
Well, yeah.
wheat crap.
Yeah, says the fairy.
Hey, make
It's
sure
like-
you guys are level 9 before next week.
Listen, it's
Yeah.
like Puff Daddy
anybody
level
not
of like
level 9
rhyming,
yet?
you know?
Actually, we have time if people haven't set up their sheets for level 9.
I think I did. I probably need some help from somebody during this week to make sure my power is set up correctly. I don't know if
I can go through it.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I'll go through. Can you link me your powers in Discord just to make sure I'm not misinterpreting anything of them?
Oh no, I think I got that. I just need some help on how to code the damage in like 3W versus 2W, that kind of stuff. I just want to make sure I did that correctly.
Okay. Well, it's far simpler now that you have just bows again instead of just
True.
guns.
I'm looking up the ritual for Mordenkainen's sword here, and I feel like I don't want to know what the answer is.
I was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask you. Do I need to make an Arcana check, or was the legacy?
But we're gonna do it next week, and you're gonna have a fucking like goddamn +10 bonus on it.
Oh yes.
Gil, do you have a like an item sheet for that thing?
For the sword?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
Yeah.
ritual.
Can you show it?
It's also
Yeah,
a power.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it.
Sure, 1 second.
It's actually just a spiritual weapon.
Still, it's kind of cool.
No, by not Steel's ritual version.
5,000 gold over Obsidian.
Yeah, this is what I got from Javi. I've never had a chance to use it because it's very impractical.
Can you even hit
Did you
a
spend
50
5,000 gold?
Epic levels you can hit 50 plus.
But no, not now. With a +10, my max is 44.
I shouldn't have allowed that, but Wild caught me in a moment of cinematic weakness.
It's okay.
Where I was like, oh, that's so rad, though!
He gets it for 1 round.
Nah, he'll get it for fucking rounds. You know he's gonna roll 30.
You can even also after rolling, there's a clause there where you can spend 2 healing surges to get 1 more. So I get at least 2.
So it's basically a +6 weapon? Jesus.
It's
It does other stuff, but yeah, it's.
I mean, that's the main thing I noticed.
Resist
And then the fact
25.
is this 10 square, it's like basically a sword gun.
It's against magical damages, though.
Yeah, it probably won't come up much against Fandon, but
Yeah,
if only you were down here.
Except his armor is that magical or physical? His little sandy pokey armor?
Might
Oh,
be.
maybe.
That's poking damage.
When you guys were fleeing High Helm the first time, somebody made an attack roll against him, and when it missed, the armor, the living L armor that he wears itself, had like a little lance that shot out and tried to like riposte. It was like a
It was
plus
Warren, wasn't
15
it? Yeah.
versus reflex for like 30 damage bullshit thing. But he didn't really strike you as like a particularly skilled swordsman himself.
hey, Warren understands that. His strength is all through bullshit powers.
Is this Warren's dad?
It is. Yeah, you got
He
me.
does kind of have the Vader thing going on.
It's true.
My pose is way less cool than his. Look at his fucking sick stance.
He's gonna get all
Neil,
the
I
end of his
have
sword.
the perfect meme for you right now with the sword.
I'm so excited. Is it an I have the power meme? God damn it, Hewitt! I just saw your Discord.
What did you put in Discord?
My bad rhyme. Oh, no, that. The Chad.
Oh.
Is it the Mr. Shikadance you want to show me?
Yeah.
What is this?
What is this?
I don't
Hey,
know what
bud,
this
what you
is. I don't
reading?
know what I'm watching right
I'm
now.
not talking to you. I mean, you just did. Are you still mad about last session, bud? Am I still mad? I'm gonna take that as a yes. Yeah, I'm still pretty fucking mad. Look, I know I have a problem, and I'll fix it, but I just don't know how right now. Do you have any idea how many magic items that party already has? Go on, take a guess, please. I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4? Yeah, 3 or 4. Per person! Oh, and now we're shouting. Okay. We're gonna stay awake all fucking night until you figure out a way to take those items away from those players. Oh, come on, don't make me do that. You saw how happy they were with those items. Why would I take that joy away from them? Because I threw a beholder at them, and not one of them dropped to 0. They didn't even flinch. Maybe you're just not very good at running beholders.
So,
They're level 3!
hit pretty close.
Hey, bud, what you reading? I'm not talking.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
I do feel a little bit of that. It resonates slightly.
I don't understand this at all.
The funny thing is, the guy in the you guys do realize the one person in this entire group who distrusts magic the most. I probably have the most number of
Yeah.
magic characters.
No,
I
yeah.
think they have
We
realized.
know.
Yes, we know.
Good thing we talked down that dragon, or else we would have never heard the end of us getting rid of your dragon slaying bow.
God, that nat 20 on the diplomacy was a big deal.
That was a huge deal.
We should figure out who's doing recap this week, and also who's doing recap next week.
Ooh.
I so wish I could finish it and even go back and finish it.
I can do this week. I can legitimately do this week.
I feel like
Is next week going to be a research project?
Nah,
You're so full of shit. I'll do next week.
Next week is combat, isn't it? Mostly.
More important question is, what order the golems do we have to kill? Because obviously they all have to die at relatively the same time, right? Like,
Yeah,
we're
of
all on
course.
page about that.
So this is weird, Ash, and I don't know a nice way to say this that doesn't sound foreboding. I don't think it's going to be a long combat.
Uh-oh.
It's very.
Well, that's assuming if Yuri
barely
knocks
an
Fandon
inconvenience.
off the tower.
Well,
Obviously,
Hey, you guys should have come here when Fandon was busy.
Hey, that was my idea.
We know.
Well, like, Morgaine didn't want to fight any innocent soldiers.
I'm joking. I think this was the more noble choice, and it obviously that scene with the crystal dragon would have gone very different had you decided to kill some random civilians in your way in here because whoopsie daisy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh well. Plus, we wouldn't have this cool thing. We got this whole shit going down. Plus, we get to hang out for the scene where after, if we beat Fandon, the Sorothian appears.
Then
Yeah.
I'll yeet him off the tower.
Also, Hyvius, take a bite of that apple, and then maybe you'll know the difference between good and evil.
Oh!
Holy
Oh my god! Fuck me!
Not accept that. No.
I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep now.
My God!
holy shit.
Glad that ring of friendship is working out.
I'm pretty sure
How
that
much?
hard
How
to
much
bite
money did that
into.
cost you, Kai? Was it all?
Cass
Was it
knows
all
exactly how much it costs because he runs the damn spreadsheet.
What's it do? What's it do? You don't have to tell
That
me.
was a sick fucking burn, though. That
Oh,
was
right
a
now, he
sick
doesn't even
fucking
have
burn.
it on.
Nice.
Yeah, you guys have no idea what it does.
Totally fair.
It doesn't fix friendships.
Hey, also.
Clearly not.
Hey, also, I don't wanna like fucking pull my own dick or anything. I did want to let you guys know that this cool like thundery cloud effect took me about 3 hours.
No, I've
Well,
noticed it. It's
it-
really cool.
It is really cool.
It is really cool, but it looks a little different for me than everybody else.
It kind of depends on the browser you're using. This is a tough one.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
I'm just kidding. It actually worked fine. It broke a little while back, but like
Oh,
I
okay.
actually see the background animation and it's fucking crazy.
Oh wow, yeah, I just noticed it now.
And I was like, hey, there's a very good chance that they're not even gonna do this fight, so I've made this map for nothing. So I'm kind of glad you guys are here.
I'm glad I'm here.
Also, like, I think we got pretty good teams on the floors again, which is
Yeah.
Yeah, that did
Yeah,
go,
actually,
that
this is
did go
a solid
well.
spread.
Yeah.
The top one is more glass cannon. Like
He's a great
we don't have
duelist
any support.
build.
Yep. My most recent power, I'm really glad I took.
Cypher's got a little bit of healing.
I've got a single heal, but yes.
If
I mean, I don't know. I count counter shot as a heal.
It could
Yeah,
be.
preventative healing.
Listen, eventually I'm going to be able to just shoot Morgaine, and it's going to heal him.
Yes.
Just think about it.
That's-
Come on, Overwatch. Ana can heal Diva with just a syringe, right?
So
Nan-
Steel,
nanite
I'm
arrows.
imagining this conversation in the future where Steel goes, so how is it exactly that you heal Morgaine? Well, Steel, if I shoot a whole bunch of arrows in the correct spots in Morgaine, they would fill in the places that have broken away and repair
Exactly.
him. Yeah.
I'll even cover the arrows with oil and
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
10 years from now, Morgan has no arms or legs, just arrow
Just
shafts.
arrows, yeah.
Oh my god, just middle of the night you see this arrowed, armed, and legged torso roaming the street saying, "Stop bullying him!"
Gonna change the enhancement bonus on my sword to 6.
Yeah.
I'll give that a roll on one of the powers. Oh.
Well, at least I can run some combat sims now that I know how things are gonna look.
How
Yeah.
fast can we run upstairs in case things don't go? I'm curious. I don't know. With the Mordenkainen sword, I'm actually thinking that the upstairs might be in a better spot than we are.
Yeah, but it depends how hard he hits, because it is kind of
Yeah.
glass cannon upstairs. I'm
You
worried.
You also forget there's a
and the healer's down here.
There's also a Sorothian skeleton just waiting there.
Yeah, that's why I want to
until
get.
Erie's turn happens.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But question. Why don't you shoot the skeleton before it becomes a Sorothian?
That's true.
That's probably
I kind of
fair.
had that thought process
But
already.
then we
I
don't get a
literally-
cool showdown.
I was
Exactly.
Oh, we're not gonna.
But listen, if Saigar shoots his arrows in such a way that a cage forms around the skeleton, then the Sorothian will never break free from it when he inhabits the body, and you can continue
Listen,
fighting.
You joked, Cavius. I was actually going to do a rain of arrows and let it just sit there over him. It'll just be covered full of fucking arrows for the entire fight.
So when he comes to life, he's like, I'm trapped under these extremely lightweight aerodynamic
No.
sticks
I've pinned him down, basically.
designed to weigh almost nothing.
Every limb will be pinned down to the ground, Steel. Don't you understand
He's
how
made
arrows
of
work?
metal.
He's made of metal, though.
Doesn't matter. Gravity.
And the ground is still.
Listen, that's
You
how
see,
shit
Steel?
works, all right?
Gravity.
It's inertia, dumb shits.
Exactly.
Gravity, how does it even work?
If you can award
but-
for
Continuity question.
So
ask
Actually, this
Steel,
roof was
is
made of
that
magnets.
Sorothian model marked?
Is it marked?
by me.
Oh,
In all
pretty
the cities, that's how we've known if the Sorothian's watching us, is if the robots are marked.
you know what? That is a fair point. I cannot move just him, however. I can only move the entire storm, which is a problem.
Oh, no.
You know what? That might answer a question. We'll leave it at that.
Also,
I appreciate
Steel,
you bringing it to my attention.
You're missing an H in high helm, by the way.
It's fine.
No, this
It's
is
a
problematic.
duel. Yeah.
I've ruined it, guys.
It's Lord of High Helm, remember?
Oh, I've ruined it. Oh, no!
Oh,
Control C.
Even Control Z.
How long did this fucking map take?
Hey, it's
There's
fixed.
so much detail in the stones.
I don't think it's fixed. I don't see the rain anymore. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's
No,
fixed now.
He's trying to figure out how to get to the.
He doesn't know which layer
I'm
that
sorry.
robot is on. You've destroyed us, Kaz.
Yay!
Yeah.
Oh, great. So he is watching us.
Well, the Sorothian, from what I understand, okay, this is purely conjecture, just believes in, like, honor and fairness, and so, like, him waiting till Fandon dies to then show up and be like, okay.
Also,
No, but it's 3-on-1.
although to a point, there's an asterisk on every one of those sentences, and the asterisk is his.
Yeah. Yep. Yes. Uh-huh.
So it's what he perceives as a fair fight. If he thinks 3 on Faden is a fair fight and an honorable duel, maybe he won't interfere.
The fact that he didn't appear when Fandon asked is a mood, though. That's a big mood. I feel bad for the guy.
Oh, maybe it's like one of those like old trope, like I'm gonna reference anime because of course I am. But like in the final episodes of Bleach, where Aizen's like, "Haha, I've been training you all along to be my ultimate adversary." Maybe it's like one of those things where he's like, "Yes, you have to overcome this war and to be worthy of fighting me."
I mean, maybe. I don't know how the fucking guy thinks. Warren doesn't know. I'm running out of dads, okay? This guy's an elf. He could be my dad.
Are you just latching on to any fatherly figure you can find?
My father fought me when I was 5, okay? I don't have a lot to turn to.
Old man walks up out of the street, slaps you, you go, "Daddy?"
Is this love? Why aren't we fighting?
Just in case Galedrin has not seen the character sheet for who the fuck this guy is yet, this
I just pulled him up.
I was gonna say this is the Shadowrun-esque sci-fi character that I chose to use for a fantasy game for some reason, but that's really the closest approximation.
I dig the ventilator
dreadlocks. If he does something bad, do they cut his hair off?
Maybe.
Well, if we're going off Batman, don't remove his mask. That just makes things worse.
Oh.
Is that with Bane or Batman?
That's Bane.
I was going to say that's Bane.
So, you know what? We need to give respect for Steel because he chose and he did the humanitarian choice of not talking into a cup for the entire Faden's conversations. We need to thank him for that.
I should have. That would have been so much better.
It's okay.
All right.
You can do that next session because the only reason he sounded like he did today because he was also behind a door.
Oh, that's true. And also in the rain. The rain kind of makes it sound weird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it gets in the ventilator.
The lightning messes with the vocal things.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought you guys were really going to enjoy me making like sounds into the mic for the next, hour and a half.
I was. I thought it was an honorable choice rather than using a cup. I thought you took the hard way out.
You can use a cup now, though, if you want.
That's a good idea.
Can you do the voice with a cup just so then we could get the experience?
Warren, I am your antagonist.
Oh,
pretty good.
Elf Dad, no.
All right, I'm gonna go. I have to go have a shower before I get roped into games with Zect. Thank you so much again to Benji and Ash who helped cover the next 2 years of fucking Roll20 subscriptions for me when I was poor and broke. That was incredible, and I am deeply touched. And I promise I will continue doing everything I can to make sure this game is as memorable for you guys as possible. Until I kill you all next
for the next 2 years of Foundling.
Yeah, we get to go to level 30 now.
Yeah, guys, that was.
Steel can't say no.
After level like what 18, it's just new game plus.
Listen, the way you can thank me is allow my arrows from radiant arrows to hitting the Sorothian non-stop. That's how you thank me.
Here we go. Yeah.
I cannot wait until combat rolls around where like this ancient general's like face me on the field of battle and you immediately spin and just start shooting arrows at this fucking unconscious robot. Going, yeah, take that the entire time.
They just like looked at I that was like we're starting now, right?
He's like, I'm over here, and Saigar like spins towards the lightning cloud. Yeah! And just starts like shooting this guy.
Looks at Warren and be like, is he okay?
I do love that we've canonized that we just appear in his life and fuck everything up. This is the second time we disappeared and he came back.
Know our names, and we're just a horrible day.
God, he doesn't.
He doesn't know our name.
Like, we're going at him like some old grizzled enemy, and this is just like his fucking Monday.
Yeah.
He's really trying hard with that speech to play it off as like I've got the upper hand and shit, but he's very confused.
I would be too if someone showed up, teleported away half the city, disappeared, and then showed up to steal my
Again.
power source.
Yeah.
All he
And
can
then
think is like I'm gonna get fucking fired.
And then the country that he aligned with's military force sits there and is like, nah, you got it. I'll watch. Poor guy.
Make sure to pants him before this is over.
Yeah.
Says the cherry on top.
Night, guys.
I'm a dude.
Yeah.
See you later.
COD,
Good
the
game.
COD
Night, everybody.
debriefing Fandon. Have a nice night. COD debriefing Fandon. So, how did your plan screw up? I don't know, man. Like,